Welcome back, everyone, to our third episode of Tekkit 2. I'm very happy to have all of you back here, hopefully, for our third episode. I've done a few things off camera. First of all, I've upgraded our chests. There is a fun, neat little mod called Iron Chest, and what it does, it allows you to upgrade your chests from wood to iron to gold to diamond, and then you have these, or you can go from wood to copper to silver to diamond as well. I think, right? Yeah, either or. So, yeah, basically the way that you can do that is you make one of these upgrades with 8 of the material you want to use for the current one and one of the previous one. So, from wood to iron, it is 1 wood, 8 iron. For iron to gold, it is 1 iron, 8 gold. And then the diamond one is a bit more complicated. It's 2 diamonds. Gold to diamond is 2 diamonds, a gold ingot, and 6 glass. Silver to diamond, I think, is a bit different, though. Silver to diamond is 4 glass. Right? No, it goes silver to gold, I think. I don't know. I might be crazy, whatever. And then diamond upgrades from either into crystal or obsidian. Crystal chests will show what's inside of them, and it's fairly simple to make that. And then diamond to obsidian is basically indestructible chest, so if a creeper comes, it won't get exploded. And the dirt chest 9000, it just stores dirt. It stores 64 dirt up to. Yeah, really good. I highly recommend this one over all else. Another thing that I did is I put a little upgrade into our smelter system. This right here is called a pipe gate. If we just look up gate here, there's quite a few different pipe gates. I decided to use an iron and gate. And basically, fairly complicated to set up. It took me a while. But basically what this means is if there's any space down here, then an item will flow through this pipe. And if there is something... if there's something in here, then it will not flow through this pipe. Basically, that means that I can throw as many items as I want in here and be fine with it. And I did quite a bit of mining with this system. So, yeah, we have a plethora of materials for the time being. Of course, I went out, did some exploring. I found a village that had an apiarist. So that's fun. We'll get into forestry later sometime. And I want to show you the progress that has been made on our little hole since the end of last episode. I have basically been constantly refilling it, but we've had these 2 generators, or engines, working basically around the clock. And I've done a little bit of mining on the sides with the jetpack. But other than that, this thing's just been hauling away. And it'll keep doing this until it hits bedrock. So, what I wanted to set about doing today was replacing our Stirling engines with combustion engines. Combustion engines will run faster and are more efficient than Stirling engines, and we also won't be using coal, because coal will be important for other things that we're going to do later. Such as, yes, raw carbon fiber, and then you have this. We'll get into that later. So basically what I want to do is I want to start saving coal. And to do that, we're going to have to start burning something else. And so, we should use combustion engines. So, what are combustion engines? Combustion engines are fairly complicated little things, but to give you the basic rundown, a combustion engine uses either oil or fuel from Buildcraft to power. So, well, okay, that doesn't work, but there's no like way to track it. And then it will also need a source of water. So we're gonna need things for this. We're gonna need things called pumps, and we're also, so yes, we're gonna need a pump. We're also, I think oil works with pumps. I think it does. I might be wrong. We'll find out though. And then we're also going to need tanks and distillers. So, what is all of that? You might wonder. Well, that is stuff that we are going to use to process oil. Now, there's quite a bit of. You can see some oil splotches on the map. One's right here. There's another right over there. There's one right over there. There's a really big one over here. But for now, we're going to start right over here. And basically, oil is fairly simple. Grab the pump, power the pump, voila. So we are going to have to use some coal to save some coal, but all's well that ends well. So yeah, we're going to start by making a pump here. I think we're also going to start by making a distiller as well. And for both of those things, we're going to need tanks. Tanks are simply 8 glass. And what we're probably just going to do here is we're going to turn some of this EMC into glass because, well, we're probably going to need quite a bit of glass for this project. Alright. So, for a pump, we need 2 tanks, a bucket, iron gear, and iron. So, okay. And then 3 more iron. Okay, and then I need 4 cobblestone. And I'm going to need 6 sticks in total. Wait, I need the bucket. Can't forget the bucket. Okay. I don't know why I made the pickaxe. That's a mistake on my part. Whatever. I'll use it for mining later. Oh, yeah, before I do anything else, the electric jetpack is a fun little nifty item. Basically, you hold space and you fly up. Oh yeah, I also made an enchantment table. Forgot to talk about that. Oh well. Anyway, the electric jetpack is quite an expensive item. You need an advanced circuit, 2 glowstone, bat box, and refined iron. Bat boxes, you'll remember, 3 batteries, copper cable, and some wood. And then refined iron is smelted iron. Advanced circuits are a regular electronic circuit surrounded by 4 redstone, 2 lapis, and 2 glowstone. So it's a fairly expensive recipe, and I did have to go into the nether real quick to grab some glowstone. Outside we have another portal now. Right there, if you can spot it. But yeah. And that's how you make an electric jetpack, and they're going to be helpful, especially when we get into our bigger builds. Alright, next up is a distiller. So, 2 redstone torches. We're going to need a gear, so that's 6, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we just, well, actually we're going to need 2 redstones. Don't forget that. Redstone is important, surprisingly enough. Alright. I'm gonna sleep real quick. Then we're gonna get to work on the distiller. So, over here is our oil. Quite a bit of it. Okay. So, I'm gonna need more blocks for this. I'm gonna go grab them. And then we're also going to make a thing called a heat exchanger. Now, we're going to need this for later fuel processing that I'm going to try and set up. And also, what you're going to need is our fluid pipes. Basically, you take regular pipes that you've made, and, well, you turn them into... You add some pipe sealant to them. Pipe sealant is created either with slime balls or cactus green, or with compressing a bunch of sticky resin. I am going to be using slime balls for the time being because I have an energy condenser. It's probably better to use cactus green, but as you can see, I haven't found a desert yet. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make some more pipes here. Actually, we're going to need more pipes than that. I think at least. Maybe not. And then that means we're going to need, well, quite a bit. That's going to be half a stack of slime balls, which we have enough. Wait. Okay, well that's just stupid. Okay, so pipe sealant, what you want to do, grab a slime ball, make one, and then just throw it in your energy condenser, because it's actually cheaper because pipe sealant actually has less EMC value than slime balls for some reason. That is a rare instance of equivalent exchange not exchanging things equivalently. So there you go. Alright. Yeah, you also do go slower in oil, so beware of that. Okay. It does need a Stirling engine, doesn't it? I think it does. I don't know. We're going to find out. One way or the other. Alright, so we're going to have to make some space here. Alright, perfect. So yeah. Now we're going to need to place down our distiller. And if my memory serves me correct, once we do this, it should make everything at least a little bit easier. Actually, we may not even need the... Oh, shit. Alright, I'm gonna try and get out of this. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, note to self, don't get stuck in oil. Not a good idea. Oh, let's put that there. So yeah. There goes my water, I guess. Whatever. Alright. We're gonna put some coal in here. Oh. Yep, there we go. Okay, so oil is now going into our distillery. No, it is not. Is it going in the wrong way? Yes, I have been silly. Okay. So now our distiller is filling up with oil, and we need to power it. So like with all of our other machines, we're just gonna throw that in. And hopefully, ta-da! It has started making fuel. Now, of course, the refinery has 3 tanks. It has one tank on the front in which it will store the processing fluid, and then 2 tanks on the side in which it will store the output. And this should be both gaseous fuel and heavy oil. Because if we look in here, putting 8 millibuckets of cool oil will give you 16 of gaseous fuel and 3 of heavy oil. Now, gaseous fuel burns very quickly, but also produces the most amount of power. But what we want to get is a little thing called light fuel. Light fuel is considered probably the best heat source in the game. And we're going to need to, just do some stuff with it. Basically, it's a complicated setup, and this is not the best way to make light fuel. I think I might be wrong. Actually, no, it is. It is the most efficient way to get light oil. Or light fuel, sorry. That's what we're going to do. I think for that, yes, we are going to need another distiller. And I think I'm going to get myself working on that then. Actually, before I do anything, we are going to pipe our gaseous fuel out. So, I think the way that we do that... I hope this is the right one. Is this the right side? Must not be. It's gonna be our top side here. You probably are gonna have to do some finagling with whatever setup you do. It's just the nature of this game. It's all about experimentation. So yep, there goes our gaseous fuel. Alright. Shoot, like that. There we go. We are going to have a lot more gaseous fuel than other fuels, so we are going to throw that up there. Now, I think, yeah, gaseous fuel burns fairly well, but it also burns really quickly, so we're gonna make other oil soon. So yeah, I'm gonna go make another distiller. Okay, we are going to need another engine of both sterling and redstone, so I'm gonna go ahead and make those. So, as it turns out, you actually need 3 of these to make them work. And you're actually going to need quite a bit more than that. So that might be a project for another time, now that we're looking at it. For the time being, though, as long as we're outputting oil, I think we should be alright. So I am simply just going to bang, 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 and then we can have some pipes going there. You ran out of fuel, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Okay. So, basically, either... Okay, so, yeah, now what we need to do is we need to get some combustion engines running. So, we are just going to do that. Alright. Again, it uses the same sort of thing as the other two that we've made thus far. Alright. What we're going to do now is we're going to need to make another pump. So, recipe from earlier. You remember it, so do I. Make our bucket this time. Don't want to forget that. And as it turns out, we are going to need that last Stirling engine. And then our lever. Actually, we will need this redstone engine too, so it works out. Yeah. Alright. Sweet. I think that's all we need. I'd like to say that. Well, if we find a problem, we'll deal with it as it arises. Working nicely. Alright. I am going to do one more thing, actually. And we are going to use some kinetic pipes. So, there's a third type of, or no, kinesis pipe. There's a third type of pipe in Buildcraft known as the kinesis pipe that essentially acts as the other ones. So, power input pipe. I don't know if we need wooden ones or not. We're gonna have to figure that out. Nonetheless, whatever. Again, we will deal with these problems as they arise. Because when it comes to this, I know about as much as you do. Well, probably a little bit more, but I'm no expert now. Alright. Again, I'm going to clear out some more trees, just for the hell of it. Alright. So, now we have combustion engines. So, for combustion engines, they need two things. They need water and they need fuel. And you can pipe both of these things in, and I highly recommend, and at some point we will, but for the purposes of demonstration and me being lazy, we will not. I'm actually going to need to grab a couple more levers. Alright. Next up, we're going to have to make a pump here. You might be asking yourself, why a pump? And that's for water. So, combustion engines, of course, need fuel and water, and if they do not get water, they will explode. Which is an undesirable outcome for your combustion engines, most likely your quarry, and also your chests. Because these things explode in a pretty decent radius. So, our solution is going to be fairly simple. I'm going to add 2 tanks over here. Gonna have a little thing. Stirling engine. Lever. I don't have any coal, but the chests might. Yeah, they do. Perfect. And voila. We get water. So water can now be delivered. Well, actually, what? Why am I using this tank? Don't need it. So water is now going to flow. Into here. And unfortunately, Buildcraft tanks do not keep their stuff in them. Oh shit. I thought pumps worked off of infinite waters. Maybe I need a 3x3. I'm gonna check something really quick. It's probably gonna be gone by the time I get there. Yep, okay, turn you off. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna grab a couple more buckets. How about? That should solve our problem. In fact, we probably will need to use some extra buckets to transport fuel more efficiently with our hands. Until we can get a decent amount of pipe sealant. Well, okay, well, a decent amount of motivation to actually build a pipeline over there. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't want to have to craft any more redstone engines right now. And at some point, we probably should be making pipe pulsars anyways. To start making our machines more compact. And pipe pulsars, if you don't know what those are, they are essentially a button that you can either have on or off, or like more like a lever, that acts like a combo of a lever and a redstone engine. They're very helpful, and I suggest you get some at some point. Alright. Right, more buckets, that's what we want to do. Alright. I think 8 buckets should probably do the trick. Cool. If everything goes to plan, that is. If not, then we're going to have issues. You not need power for that? Maybe pumps don't need power and I'm crazy, but whatever the case, I don't know. Alright. Hopefully we get something like this set up. And it works alright. Yeah, I think it's gonna be alright. Alright, cool. So now that we have a decent amount of water flowing in, we need to grab fuel. So we're gonna run over to our refinery and grab some of that sweet, juicy fuel. We only have enough for 1 bucket of heavy oil, looks like. But we have plenty of gaseous fuel. And, yup, gaseous fuel goes straight up into the sky, by the way. Do be warned. I think if you stand in fuel, you also will get... No, you don't. Okay. I think you used to get, like, a flammable thing for some reason. I don't know. It was weird. Buildcraft is and was weird, always. Alright. So, now we have some heavy oil, and now we have some gaseous fuel as well. And we flip these suckers on, and there you go. It is now sending energy directly into our pipe, into our quarry. So as you can see, these guys have no coal in them. Or, well, actually, let me just destroy them, so... Because we're not going to need these anymore. At least for now. But as you can see, the quarry is still working without anything in it. So yeah. And hopefully... Yep. Full on water as well. Perfect. And you can't mix fuels in a tank either. I should note that. And I think, everyone, that is going to be the end of today's video. So, yeah, basically, what you gotta know is have your coal, have your water, and have your fuel in a combustion engine. And that's how we're going to have this set up now. So hopefully that'll start running faster. And hopefully, maybe by the beginning of next episode, I will have some more stuff done with the refinery to show you. So yeah. Thank you all for watching another episode of Tekkit, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.